Okay guys, it's the Fizz here with the battle against the Killer Nacho. And he leads off with the Metagross, and so do I. And I go with an Earthquake, because I'm super cool, and I'm run a Mixed Gross as a lead. It's actually pretty useful. Try it out sometime. I just go for Earthquake. I kind of thought that he would go into Zapdos, but I don't really have anything to hit it anyways. Because Meteor Mash wouldn't really do anything, so I'll go into Latias, and this is my Psycho Trick Latias. So I have Flame Orb, and I get the burn, and I transfer it over to his Zapdos. He's just kind of testing his hidden power here, and it's not the right one, so it doesn't really do anything at all. And I get burned again, because I'm holding Flame Orb, and he goes into Metagross, so I'm like thinking Psychoshift, yes, because I knew that he was going to switch. And he's got Lumberry, so I was like, so I'm thinking he's probably gonna explode, so I go into Gengar, and he does explode. So it's like, woo! Good prediction by the Fizz. He goes into Sizer, and I was kind of hoping that he'd, I don't know, do not that, and I was gonna trick him actually and give him a Choice Scarf. Pretty lowsy, but I go into Breloom, and he bullet punches because he thinks he can KO, but he doesn't quite, and I put him to sleep. And then after that, and after the whole Toxic Orb stuff, I'm gonna gain some health back, but I go for the Focus Punch right now because I know he's got a switch, and I can't set up a sub. So he brings in Zapdos, and I'm like, pretty sweet. I'm thinking he's either gonna go for like a Heat Wave or a Roost, so I go into Tran, and he does Roost, so I'm like, that kind of sucks. But I'm also thinking he can't really hit me because he's got probably HP Grass and Thunderbolt, and it's a bulky Zapdos, so I sub here, and he brings in Vaporeon, which is kind of perfect because I don't really have anything to, I can't really hit it all that hard without Breloom, so I Toxic it, and I get poisoned. He breaks my sub, so Tran does his job, and he gets the F out of there, going to Latias. Now, yeah, he's gonna Surf me, and I'm kind of predicting he's gonna switch, so I'm gonna Trick here on his switch. And even if he doesn't, at least he won't have leftovers recovery. So that's my train of thought here. So I Trick. I get Choice Band, which is kind of lousy, but he gets Flame Orb. So if he ever wakes up, it's gonna like cripple his attack. So I go in right into Kingdra. I'm like, it's time to, you know, start setting up some stuff. So he switches and I switch at the same time. I set up a sub, and he gets the whole Intimidate thing, and then he goes for Earthquake. It breaks my sub, which kind of sucks, but I get the Dragon Dance off as he's breaking the sub, and I try to sub again just to see what he's gonna do, and thankfully I did, because he goes for Draco Meteor. And at this point, I'm thinking maybe I should sub again, but he's probably just going to go for Earthquake and break it. So I go ahead and lock myself into Outrage. Now, here's where the match gets kind of iffy. So, yeah, I have Kingdra, and he's locked into Outrage with no boost. And I was running calcs on this because I was curious, because I kind of screw Nacho over because he totally could have won here, because he's Dragon Dances here, and I do about half, maybe a little bit more, and after leftovers I'm gonna get a crit and KO him, but I ran calcs, and it's plausible that the crit wasn't totally necessary on a standard Dragon Dance T-Tar, but also it is plausible that he totally would have survived and swept me. So, I got a crit. Sorry, Nacho. It's just how things go, I guess. But to his credit, he totally just could have wrecked my whole entire team. So yeah. Back to the match. Zapdos, he KOs my Kingdra. I bring in Tran and Fire Blast, and he does Thunderbolt, and he gets a Parahax here, and he's getting these little, as Nacho put it, dink and dunk kind of hacks here, and it doesn't really make up for what happened, but, if he needed it, but I don't have the exact numbers, so I couldn't tell you, and, random numbers. But I go for the Fire Blast. I don't quite KO with Zapdos. He is going to Thunderbolt and not quite KO my Tran. He gets the Parahax. Here, not before. My bad. I missed before. And he gets KO'd by the Sandstorm. Woo, I'm on my way to a Nacho victory. I leave Tran in to take the Surf because he's just useless by now. So he's got Poison and Sandstorm working against his Vaporeon right now, and the only thing that I have that can hit it at all, really, is Breloom, so I go with Seed Bomb. It's like the only thing I can think to do right now, and like, if I didn't have that, Nacho still might have won, actually. It's a really close match. But he surfs and he gets the KO there, and he gets the Sandstorm, and then he's going to get the Leftovers, and then he's going to get the Toxic, and then he's going to be KO'd. Right? Wrong. So I bring in Latias for one last go-around, and I get the Mist Ball off, which is cool. You guys should look into that Mist Ball. It's got like a 50% chance of lowering special attack. So bulky Latias with that, it's unreal. So I go into my Mixpert and I HP Fire for the win on his Sizer. So anyways, good game, Nacho. I hope you guys liked it. Rate, comment, subscribe, whatever. Nacho, sorry for the crit. I hope we can do it again sometime. Love the fizz.